Welcome to Sam's Russian Adventures. Now today we're going to go for a walk around some of the old areas in Vladimir. Going to hopefully find something interesting. I really love walking around these kind of like old neighborhoods because you never know what you're going to run into. Now I know people are going to say, why are you only filming the old stuff? If you want to see videos of brand new apartment buildings, brand new kind of housing developments, then I can go and film them too. It's no problem at all. Just leave me a message in the comment section and I'll go to some old or some new housing developments. But the reason I don't really like to go to the kind of new housing developments is because there's nothing really interesting there. You don't really come across any strange surprises, whereas when you come to places like this, there's always strange and interesting people and places that you stumble across by accident, and makes the video more interesting. It's interesting to see that this is still in operation, right? You can see the water hanging from it, and look at that. Some people still need to use that for their water on a daily basis. Now someone probably still lives in here. You can see a camera up there. This is something I like about Russian roadworks, which is kind of funny but bad at the same time, because if it's dark you're not going to see this, but basically there's a manhole and there's no cover for it, so someone's put a little bit of an old table there to make people aware, but obviously drivers are not going to see that at night time. I guess it's more for people walking than anything else. A lot of people ask me about these gas lines. They say, why have they got these gas lines like this? And I understand in the Soviet Union they were developed and built like that just to allow easy access in winter if they need to be maintained. Look at the houses like this. Look at that, 1935 it says up there. I wonder what it was initially. It doesn't look like a house, but I think it's a house now. And you can still see we've got the kind of Soviet style swings here in the garden. And then opposite, this must be abandoned surely. It looks abandoned. I wonder if anyone is still living inside there. Although on the second floor they've got newer windows, look. And you can see this is like a footpath. It's been walked on a lot. We've got the old number 12 up there rusting from probably the time when it was built. Very interesting, right? I can't really go behind there because it's private land, I guess, but now a lot of people love the romance of areas like this. I don't think they're as romantic as perhaps people expect them to be, maybe. I know a lot of foreigners think, well, I'd love to come to Russia and live in a house like this. Would you really though? I don't know. Would you really? Be honest with yourself. I don't think you probably would like to. Perhaps it'd be nice for a day maybe. This has got quite a nice style to it, hasn't it? I don't know if it's just because it's been painted. It's interesting and nice how the people are proud of where they live and they look after it, and it looks kind of nice, doesn't it? Tell me, what do you think this is? A football goal. And look over here next to the well, it says, for stupid people, don't throw your rubbish here. Now this area here is kind of wedged between the train station and the town, which is up there. Wow, check out the swings here as well. These are really old. Russia is two worlds. It really is two worlds, perhaps even three. Has anyone seen Euro Tour? This kind of reminds me of Euro Tour. So of course the weather really doesn't help with places like this. When it's gloomy and dirty, there's no leaves anywhere, there's no flowers, of course, it looks a lot more gloomy than it probably really is. This is an interesting shop, isn't it? And it says things made from metal for artwork. Yeah, I don't even know how you'd say it. I guess it's metal monuments and stuff. Interesting. And then next door we've got a salon of, I don't even know how to say it, like statues and stuff like that. So behind here we have the old like chemical factory in the industrial parts of the town. Obviously I'm not going to be able to get in there to film anything. Well, I might be able to get in, I won't be able to get back out again if I did. So we've got a garage here, and look at this. This is a really cool idea, isn't it? Advertise the garage. This building's really nice, isn't it? So much character in there. Let's take a walk down here. I've never ever been here in my life before, so it's always interesting to come across different brand new areas. Well, not brand new, but new to me. Vladimir is such a compact town that I've pretty much been everywhere. You can drive through the town on a good day from one end to the other in 10, maybe 15 minutes. And so because everybody lives pretty much in apartment buildings, the population is quite high, but the actual size of the town is very small. I think these houses are fascinating anyway, how they're constructed, and look at the way to get inside. It's very interesting, isn't it? Can you imagine going down these on, I don't know, a wheelchair or something, or a pushchair? It'd be pretty crazy, right? That would be a white knuckle ride, that would. We need to try this one day. Russia absolutely loves these little kind of park areas, mini parks. And to be honest, the colours of the bench are pretty risque for Russia. So this is actually one of those kind of musical fountain things. So we're going to take a walk up one of the main streets in Vladimir. Most of the buildings here have been renovated. The problem is it's going to be pretty noisy because lots of traffic on this road. So here we've got a shop of, what's it called? Medical equipment. Not very interesting really. And then we've got this brand new office building over there. And people ask me, you know, can you build in Russia anything you want? In some places. But obviously this is like a historic road, and so you've got to keep to the style of the old kind of Russian style if you want to build something new. I love how we've got some old wall here, and then we walk behind this wall. Blimey, how long's this been there for? That's so cool. Let's go and have a look what's up here. I love these little places where there's steps and stuff like that. Not really much going on, just some fake windows. Now in this building opposite, I don't know what it is, but there's a red sign, and red with gold writing typically means some sort of government building. And this is a very grand building here. It's the first time I've actually walked around here as well. I've driven past it loads of times, but here this is a dentist, it says. I wonder what's going to be through here. Give me something interesting. Nothing really interesting, just the back of a house. Nothing interesting to look at. There's got to be something quirky today. Can't just walk around like this. I wonder how effective this is for collecting rainwater. You would have thought it would fill up pretty quickly, right? Who recognizes this word? And it's like a shop that sells, I don't know, all kind of pens and pencils and all that kind of stuff. So in here it says, in this house lived the trainer in the Soviet Union, Nikolai Grigorovich Tolkachev. And we've also got an Olympic champion here as well, gymnast. What do you think of this building here? I wonder if it's offices or whether it's just apartments. Interesting. I tell you what, it's cold today, really cold. It's almost time to start wearing the winter coat, but I don't want to wear it yet. I don't want to admit to myself that it's winter already, because once you do that, 4 months until spring at the moment, right? 4 months. I kind of like these houses. They're nice, aren't they? Almost kind of like, I don't know, European style kind of townhouses, aren't they? And they've got underground parking. Not often you see that. Not here anyway. And Russia has so much contrast, doesn't it? This is right next door. Who can guess what is being sold at this shop? And whenever I go inside this shop, I always ask if they have any avocados, and they don't get the sarcasm. And so we've got a vacant lot here, and if you look behind it, we've got an amazing, beautiful church. So if anyone wants to know, the name of this street that we're on right now is Bolshaya Nizhgorodskaya. Bolshaya Nizhgorodskaya. And in a minute, Bolshaya Moskovskaya is about to start. And this road, if you just keep going straight, you'll get to Moscow. So this is the entrance look to the church. Now I don't know if I'm allowed to just go inside. Let's just walk inside and see what happens there, you know. Tourist looking for somewhere interesting to film. Look at that. This building is so nice, isn't it? Now I've got a feeling that this building or somewhere around here could be something to do with the military, so I'm hoping it's not. I know the military is a little bit further up the road, so let's just hope that it's not, because yeah, can't be bothered with that one today. So we've got some big lights here, I guess, that are gonna illuminate the church, and I've never been here before. This is so interesting, but then there's like a massive fucking radar thing over there, which I don't think I should be filming. I'm thinking if it was something serious, I wouldn't be allowed in here. There'll be a barrier or something, right? This building is pretty cool. I'm going to cross the road and go and have a look inside there as well. So we currently have a Maltesers deficit in Vladimir. Really difficult to get them. So this building here used to be a theatre. It was called the Theatre of Peace, although the World Theatre. They both have the same name. Peace and World is the same name in Russian. And this is something that's interesting here. You can see this guy's parked here. And basically, in Russia, people just kind of park and don't really care and kind of block people off. And it's just like a Russian thing. I wonder if these are left over from the actual time when this was a theatre. They probably are. There's some other stories about this place I'll tell you maybe in another video. So it's been a long time since we've been here. My friend's going to be so happy to see me. I can see her already. Let's do something stupid. Привет!
Актриса.
Я думаю, это было по-настоящему.
Это было по-настоящему. Что ты нам так вот откинул?
У нас дефицит в городе, так что я думаю, тебе это, наверное, понравится будет.
Нам не приходишь.
Да.
Вот ты.
Вот плохой я, да? Смотри, что будет.
Давай, рвем. Малтизер. Давайте будем бросаться.
So this street behind the main street actually has a lot of brand new, and so I saw this area when I was filming another video and I wanted to come and have a look at it. It's kind of like just a bit off the main road. Who's got a love for these cars? The Lada Niva. So I don't know how new these areas are, whether they've just had a bit of a facelift. It looks like they might have just had a facelift. It's interesting that, again, this house has got the underground parking. You don't often see that in Vladimir. I've noticed these little T's here that look like a cross, don't they? And just over the other side of the road there was the dog training area that I filmed in another video. And if you can see there in the distance, we've got all the hot water pipes that are taking all the hot water into the city. And this area here, it looks a lot nicer from the road. Once you get a little bit closer, it doesn't look anywhere near as impressive as it did from a distance. And over there in the distance you can see it's kind of astroturf on the side of the building. I would have definitely gone down there on my bike or my skateboard when I was younger. So this has to be the most lethal disabled wheelchair and pram. That is insane. That is crazy. That is just madness. I'm gonna have to come here. I'm gonna have to come here and test this out. That is absolutely mental. Imagine going down that on a wheelchair. That is insane. That is mental. So here, look, we have a stadium. Ha! Pretty crazy. And here it says, look, you can't come inside because, well, you can't park your car here because it's being refurbished. Now, you wouldn't know this was a stadium, would you? I only know it's a stadium because I know it's a stadium. I've been here before. Well, not in this actual area, but I know that this is where the stadium's located. So here it says toilet, look. It doesn't look very welcoming. And it's interesting because I remember going to Old Trafford in the 80s. And in the 80s, Old Trafford was a bit crap as well. Man United Stadium. Okay, it wasn't as bad as this, but it looked pretty similar, apart from it was red and a little bit higher. I remember getting lost on the way and stopping and asking someone, and the guy said, oh, it's just, you know, you won't miss it, it's so amazing when you get there. And we got there and we were like, is that it? Obviously it's changed now. But anyway, different topic. So this stadium is popular with runners and well, that's about it. It turns into an ice ring in the winter. And here we've got a sign that says Prakat, which means, well, to rent or to hire. So you can probably hire, I don't know, ice skates, I guess, in the winter. I don't know what else you would hire. And so there's no kind of football team that continuously plays here or anything, but you know, I guess it probably looked better at one point, but it's not that bad. I know there's a gym here and things like that. People come here too. Who can guess what this says? Obviously this part of the stadium looks a bit bleak. I don't know if they ever had any seats or anything in there. Maybe it was just standing only. Very Soviet looking, although you can see all of these seats, they're all kind of brand new, I guess. Something that you see a lot of here is kind of random objects painted with a Russian flag, right? And we've got a sign in English, just for me. Today's video has been a bit boring, I think, for you guys. Just me talking, haven't seen anyone about to speak to. Just the ramblings of an old man.